The story of Somilaka. Can action change destiny? Karma versus Bhagya. Have you ever worked day and night only to see someone else, less skilled, succeed effortlessly? Do you wonder, is my fate already written? Can hard work really change my life? How much of my success depends on effort and how much on destiny? This tale from the Panchatantra explores these very questions. It is the journey of Somilaka, a skilled weaver whose struggle brings life to the age-old debate. What happens when honest effort beats a fate that's already decided? Stay with us till the end. You may just find your answer. Subscribe to Tales of Wisdom for timeless stories that bridge ancient insight and modern life. In a certain town, there lived a weaver named Somilaka. He wove cloth so fine it was fit for kings, yet he remained poor, barely able to feed his family. Strangely, other weavers who made inferior cloth had grown rich. Frustrated, Somilaka told his wife, "Look at them! They weave poor cloth and yet are rich. I've had enough. I'll go to another kingdom and I'll make my fortune there." His wife replied wisely, "What is not predestined, no matter your effort, will never happen." Destiny and action go hand in hand like light and shadow. A calf finds its mother among 1,000 cows. So too does destiny find its subject. But Somilaka disagreed. Nothing happens without effort. You can't just clap with one hand. Even if destiny serves you food, you must stretch your hand to eat. A reclining lion catches no deer. Lakshmi blesses the zealous and turns away from the idle. So I will go and I will try with all my might. Somilaka set out for Vardhamanapura and in 3 years earned 300 gold coins. On his way back, deep in the jungle, night fell. To stay safe, he climbed a banyan tree and fell asleep. There he had a strange dream. Two fierce beings were arguing. One said, "Karma, why did you allow Somilaka to earn gold? He's destined to earn enough to eat and dress." "Bhagya, what could I do? He worked hard. I had to reward his actions. But you decide what he retains, so don't blame me." When he woke, his bundle of gold was gone. Heartbroken, he returned back to Vardhamanapura, determined to try again. This time, he worked another year and earned 500 gold coins. Again, he began his journey home, and deep again inside the jungle, he heard the same two voices. "Karma, why did you let him earn more gold?" "Bhagya, we worked hard. Fortune was due, but retention is your task." He checked his bag, empty again. Utterly crushed, Somilaka thought, "What's the point of living if all I earn disappears? I'll end my life." Suddenly a voice from the sky spoke. "Somilaka, stop! I am destiny. I took your gold. You're not fated to have more than what you need for food and clothing, but I am pleased with your perseverance. Ask any boon." Somilaka replied, "Then give me wealth, lots of it." Destiny said, "What's the use? You won't be able to enjoy it." But Somilaka insisted, "Even so, grant it. For a rich man, even if he's a miser or a lowborn, he's always welcome." Destiny agreed but gave him a task. "Go back to Vardhamanapura. Visit Guptadana, a wise miser, and Ubabhuktadana, a generous man with no savings. Observe them and then return and choose who you must be like." Somilaka returned exhausted, and went into Guptadana's house. Though uninvited, he forced his way in. They grudgingly served him food with clear resentment, and that night he again heard the two voices. Karma, why did you make Guptadana feed Somilaka? Bhagya, he had to feed him miserably in his own stingy way, but you determined the outcome. Next morning, Guptadana fell ill with cholera and couldn't eat. Somilaka then went to Upabhuktadana's house. They welcomed him with warm hospitality, offering a bath, clothes, and a lavish meal. That night, again the voices returned. Action! Why let Upabhuktadana spend so much even on credit? Destiny! His generous nature fulfilled Somilaka's needs, but final outcomes? That's on you. Next morning, a royal messenger arrived with money for Upabhuktadana. Somilaka now understood. Upabhuktadana may not have savings, but he lives richly and joyfully. Let destiny make me like him, and his wish was granted. And from then on, he enjoyed his wealth like Upabhuktadana with an open heart. And so, continued Mantaraka, that's why I said, my dear friend, wealth is a fleeting guest. Today it may shine, tomorrow it may vanish. Do not let your heart rise or fall with fortune's tide. Fate governs all when it chooses. Riches may slip through even the tightest grasp. As they say, a noble heart is gentle in joy, yet unbreakable in sorrow. Fate moves in quiet, mysterious ways. Some toil and struggle endlessly, others succeed with ease. Yet, even those who pause and rest may reach life's destination simply because fate willed it so. So why spend your nights in worry and fear? What is meant for you will find you, even if it comes from across oceans or distant lands. Joy may bloom from sorrow, and pain may open the door to something better. There's an old tale. A starving serpent, hopeless and trapped, found freedom when a mouse unknowingly chewed a hole for its escape. Who would have foreseen such a turn? So too in life, when all paths seem closed, fate opens a hidden door. That is why we must not let anxiety rule our minds. Be calm, be still, fast, pray, or simply trust the flow of life. True peace isn't found in chasing gold, but in a heart free from fear and longing. A man obsessed with gain may miss the quiet grace of living. And let us not forget, real wealth is not in coins or silk, but in the company of loving friends. Those who value friendship over fortune live a richer life than kings. For a man surrounded by love, even in poverty, is far richer than one who hoards treasure alone. When you stumble, it's your true friends who will lift you, just like elephants rescue their own when they fall. And lastly, remember this. What is the point of wealth if it doesn't serve others? What is glory in strength if it cannot pretend the weak? A noble life is one that brings safety, comfort, and kindness to others. For in the end, it's not what we own, but how we make others feel which defines our worth. Just then, a panicked deer named Chitranga rushed into the scene, but that's a story for another day. Comment below, what do you believe, action or destiny? And don't forget to subscribe to Tales of Wisdom for more timeless insights that speak to today's challenges.